Hello, my friends. Alright, I have notes today. Unusual for me, but I just wanted to cover a couple different things. First of all, I know a lot of you have been asking how we're doing, and I wanted to assure you that our family is doing great. We are at the farm of a very good friend. You might recognize the background. We lived here for many years. And there is a wonderful community of people here. So we are in a good, safe place. We have access to nature. So as it warms up a little bit, we'll probably be able to have some nice different settings for videos, and we can get out as many as we can. One liability here is that we don't have great internet. So you may notice a reduction in the quality of our videos as far as pixelation or whatever. But I'm going to scale those down, and that will help with upload speeds because it can take a whole day to upload a video here. And want to keep them coming once a day. So we're at this farm, and we have some good wild edibles that are available to us, and there's livestock on the farm, so we're going to be okay. One thing that is that we're dealing with here is that we have some very vulnerable people because there's some older people on the farm. So we are having to be extremely careful. Essentially, our family is now in, oh, Trish, I promised her I would know these terms. And now, so quarantine and self-isolation. Maybe if you're watching, Trish, you could, again, put a concise description down in the comments so we can all understand the difference. But we are making sure that we have no contact with the vulnerable people on the farm. And in general, we're just staying out here. We're devoting ourselves to the mission of making these videos and connecting with all of you. And so that's what we're going to be applying ourselves to for the foreseeable future. Good news. So I'm going to push that Good News Network again, and the reason why is because I went to visit it, and there's so much good news out there having to do with the coronavirus and everything else. We hear the bad news. We know there's lots of bad news, but it is amazing how people are reaching out to each other and helping each other out in some amazing ways. And just reading through that will start to show you how people are coming together through this. Every time I have been out and about, which is not much now, but out and about, being very careful about distancing, everybody I see is waving to each other, giving each other smiles. If you're not seeing that, then you become the person that is spreading that around. This is so important right now that we all see our connection as humanity, and we all come together and are working together, especially to help those of us who are vulnerable and not prepared. That is where I wanted to talk about preppers, because some of you are preppers, and sometimes the prepper mentality can be, I've got all my stuff and I'm going to go and hunker down away and just wait until everything blows over. There are people that don't have enough food, that are scared, that aren't mentally prepared or emotionally prepared for things like this. And so as a prepper, or just someone who has more resources at your disposal, you'll probably hear me saying this a lot, this is the time for us to reach out and say, how can I be helping those around me, especially those most in need? It's easy to look and say, you know what, somebody didn't prepare, they deserve to boom, and to take that ego boost of, see, I told you so. That this is not time for that, and I think all of us know that. But I'm still going to say it and put it out there to the world, that this is the time for us to say, wow, I have 3 years of food in my pantry. My neighbor, they are older and they're having trouble getting out, and they're just getting these supplies of really crappy food. Here I've got some nutritious stuff I can funnel your way. So always thinking, if I have extra money and my neighbor is out of work and has no money in their pocket, Can I send $100 over there to make a difference? What can I do? What do I have that can really help out? And that's going to bring up wild foods. So, as you saw in the beginning of this video, we have some watercress down there, and pretty soon, back here, these woods are going to be flooded with a whole abundance of wild foods. All over the world, dandelions and things are going to be coming up. I won't say all over the world, but in many places, dandelions, and all over the world, there are edible plants that are going to be coming up here in the spring in the Northern Hemisphere. So, a wonderful time if you know your edible plants to add those to your diet and see if you can add them to your neighbor's diet. You can leave a bundle of stuff that they can just take and they can put it into boiling water if you let them know how to do this, and then they can wash their hands and take that out in 2 minutes and they have Horta. And the nutrition is so important right now. I've been hearing from, especially when you see the panic buying going on, that people are buying super crappy food. And that is not what our bodies need right now. They need the stuff that often is not being touched, which is the stuff in the produce aisles, the fruits and the vegetables, and the wild foods are incomparable. And none of these are contaminated, incidentally. The stuff, so I bought kale the other day at the grocery for the family. That, I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna boil it anyway. So boiling, it appears to be killing this virus very easily, so that's the way to do it. Add that stuff to your diet. So important, because that's gonna boost the immune system. My friends, thank you for being on here with us and being part of our family. We've had such great connections with so many of you, and we really cherish it. It means a lot. Keep us updated on how you're doing too. We care about you, we love you, we want to know. All right, we've got the sun shining down from this way and an icy wind hitting my poor Hawaii adapted skin. No, I'm loving the cold. Oh my gosh, it's so good to have it back. So, love to you all. Talk with you tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. Somebody brought this up, and I think it's really, really important. I was saying the internet here is pretty poor. The internet suppliers all over the world have been considering putting people onto unlimited internet. Now, whether they do that or not, I mean, that would be a great gift for me, for instance, because I could just keep getting these videos out and it wouldn't be too expensive, which it otherwise would be. As that happens, even if it doesn't, people are spending more time inside, they're online, and that can overwhelm systems. So if the internet goes down for a little while, remember not to panic. We're so used to the internet as being this source of connection for us, and we can feel like we need it to survive. If it goes down, remind yourself that your neighbors are still there, and you can talk to them with voice, and we don't need the internet to survive. I hope it is going strong through all of this. I know there's a lot of people working really hard to make it so, and we should have this connection. But if it goes down, it's probably going to be up again fairly soon, and you'll be able to use it as a resource. So take a breath, relax, and take advantage of that time to see if there's other ways to connect besides through the internet. All right, now, love to you all, and I'll talk with you tomorrow.